what is a COBie? Anyone, whether it's right or wrong, don't panic. Like, that's what is your view about this tool called COBie? Where did you heard this, and have you implemented your team or you or someone of your like your colleagues? What do you know about the COBie? What is a COBie actually? What is a COBie? No idea. Anyone? Construction
Uh,
operation, building information construction to operation, building information exchange. Okay, yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else? COBie is integration of data which can be used for facility management. Good. You can use chat box if you have a if you have that kind of a shy to you know to talk, like you can use chat box. Okay. So to maintain the building later. Oh, it is not late. It is later. Okay. Hmm. Kankana, Tamarkar. No, no any other idea. Okay. Since it's already like 10, let's start. Let me explain. First, introduce myself. Like I'm the director of this company and one of the director of this company. I just handle the trainings and placements and the projects and handling the freelancers. Okay. So this is my role, and I'm not into like some other areas of my company like financials and projects. I'm not into it. Okay. So like Bimera Private Limited, it is just like um academy is one of a vertical. So the main vertical, we provide an automation solutions. We provide automation solutions to the companies. Okay. Like generally in every company, like they have a team like modelers and coordinators. So there will be a repeated tasks like 20 to 30 or maximum like 40 to 50 tasks would be there. So out of those tasks, will note it down where they are killing a lot of time, and will provide the solutions in terms of like dynamo scripting or python scripting or add-ins. Okay. And then we'll started selling the same concept or else different concepts, different add-ins to the companies. And we'll train the candidates, I mean the same like corporate trainings, and individuals as well every day after their office hours like 8:30 to 10:30. So this is the first vertical. Second vertical is like this, and third vertical is the placements. So we have almost like pan world, like we have a complete every with a Buddha company we have a contact. So we invest a lot on marketing. This is just like a 4 years old company, but most of the people who are in the BIM platform, BIM sector, who knows about Bimera, everyone knows Bimera. Okay, that's because of like the way we spend a lot of money on the marketing side. Simple. Another thing. Okay, so we have a huge contacts, and whatever like we're getting projects, we'll outsource to some other. If we don't do it, like Revit projects, we don't do generally. So when it comes to me, I'm total having like 15 years of experience in this industry. And when it comes to the COBie, I mean, if we specifically talking about 4.5 years of experience and worked on almost 20 plus projects. And each project, I mean major projects will be taken more than 3 months, because we used automation in the COBie as well. That is the reason we could finish it earlier. Okay. The Buddha COBie projects will be done in just matter of 1 month also. But compared to the Revit projects, the COBie projects have putting some efforts completely very less. compared to Revit projects. If you have a five floors building, and if you have the same five floors building for the COBie project, so it takes, when it compared to the pricing, like a costing and time, everything will be completely different. There is no, you know you can't even you can't even assume that, like, that's much faster, the copiers, and compared to the pricing, equal, seriously equal. If you submit a BIM model, if you submit a COBie project, both cost the same. So that's how it is. And we have a office in US and US, and we're planning to set up something in the UK. And we are getting the resources, the COBie projects
Good morning. Can
from
you
the
please
office.
increase your voice? I am not able to hear you.
Increase your volume. I think it is. I'm very close to my mic. If I were if I'm very close to it, you'll heard my hummings and echo and breathe sounds. Okay. I think everyone, it's fine with you. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, increase your volume. Yeah, increase your volume, please. Thank you. Okay, so you disturbed. Yeah, yeah. I had this problem. Like, I'll simply forget if anyone disturbed me. Okay, yeah. So I'm total having like a 4.5 years of experience in this and worked on more than good projects. Now we are running with good projects, but the problem is, like, we don't have a team and we cannot afford a team. So we are planning to hire, freelancers. So the people who joined as a students in this training, like, we're gonna hire like few candidates out of it, and we'll outsource the projects to them. Okay. So for that reason, this detailed COBie training is going to be held simply. Okay. So maybe in future, if my requirement got filled, I don't take any the COBie trainings in future. Till then, we are completely again busy with even the freelancers and the projects. And then, if you still need more people, I'll have the same people from this team, or else I'll start and I'll because the last COBie training I have taken like long back, more than 1 year ago, more than 1 year ago. I don't even remember. It was that time. It was like COBie. It was a very outdated tool. I'm sorry. It's a different tool. That looks like this. That looks like this. That time it was looked like this. BIM interoperability tools at the COBie extension, classification managers at our families and everything. Now the appearance is completely new. We can't explain you this. We cannot explain you this interface because we don't have even. So we are learning something, different interface, that's interoperability tools. You can see that here, and even icons they have changed. They have added a lot of uh, they made lot of changes in this. Earlier it was very clear, but now they made it somehow clumsy. Still we can expect, still still they are expecting, we are expecting some modifications on the COBie extension. Okay, they have to uh, explain it very clearly, but somewhere I feel it is clumsy. But still, we have recently taken a corporate training for COBie. Okay, that stopped individual trainings like long back, but we have recently taken on corporate training for a client. He's one of our client again, so we don't want to go with our COBie services, and since on a good cause, like, we just gave them a corporate training. Fine. So that's it, and I think it's 41. I'm still expecting a few more. Anyways, so the COBie is a very easiest tool, guys. To be frank, it is very very easy. Okay, but you know the way you implement, if you, it's just like a tool. It doesn't. It is not like a robotic science or nothing. It is more easier than Dynamo, more easier than, you don't have many options. Okay, you just simply having a Excel document. Okay, you have to fetch some information from the Revit, the models, and you have to fill it over there. Okay, and of course you don't do it manually. Um, we have some manual entry as well. And in our case, uh, we have like a manual entry, and we have a automatically automatic entry as well. I'll show you what is the difference between why we need manual sometimes, why we need um, automatic. Okay, like how it. I'm gonna show you everything in next 4 weeks. And the people who haven't heard about this the course, it is like a 4 weeks training program, and Saturday and Sunday 10 to 12 depends upon the concept and your questions. The session may extend for 30 minutes or like maximum, but of course, like every weekend it's like a movie. And trust me, I won't feel you bored, because generally the same courses are offering by Bill List. He is the one who developed this COBie tool in 2011, and he struggled a lot to implement this in the BIM to save a lot of construction charges and building element asset charges. I mean, to manage this facility, I mean assets, and everything. I'm going to show you how it is. Okay, in 2014, the UK government has approved, and they realized the power of the COBie, and they said okay. Simply after that, every single government project of UK, they started implementing this with the standards called Omni class. We have a Uni and Omni and a master format. So in our training, we are following Omni class, because you guys are very new to it. You need everything should like very easy to understand. Most of the companies they follow Uniclass. Most of the companies they follow Uniclass. For example, I've told you like we worked on 20 projects, 20 plus projects. Out of this, like 60% is a uni and 40% is Omni class. Based on our convenience, we have convinced the client to go with the Omni class, not the uni. Even though they have a uni class requirements, their requirement is unique class, but that is just like a proof of document. So we requested them to go with the Omni class. I'll show you what is the difference between Omni class and unique class in the training as well. Okay. So um, yeah, where we are exactly. Hmm. So this Omni class session, I mean the settings, and I mean the standards, and we have a few more standards. I'll show you in different areas. I'll explain you how this documentation works. And coming to this tool training, it is very easy. We have maximum like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 options, only 9 icons we have. Of course, in that icons we have few more options. They are not that not complicated to understand. It's very very easy, to be frank. Okay, if you exactly implement, and if you know exactly play with the same like the same standards, or else if the client has given you some sort of like standards to follow, or else you have your own standards, or the company have its own standards, or the company doesn't have any standards, you have to create it. So how do you create? Okay, everything that I'm going to show you. There are two things again here, like the tool training, and let me show you in the mind map. I have just created it for you. Okay, so yeah, my introduction is over. Like it's very easy. I'm having like good amount of experience in this, dealing with the COBie. If you have any questions, I'll never say no. I mean, we have a solution for like a manual entry, automatic entry, and everything. Okay, so as I explained, like it is developed by the Billist, and he charged almost like 68,000, 68,000, yeah, 68, huh? It's more than that, 68,000 for his course, and it is like a 1 year training program. Generally, it's a just a basic tool. It's a very small tool. So spending like 1 year, the training program doesn't make sense. But why they made it? It's like most of the people who have learned this. Will you please mute everyone? Will you please mute? I think I can mute everyone now. Just a second. Mute everybody. If you have any questions, just raise the hand so that I'll unmute. Okay. So, okay, just like matter of what do you say? Like, I can teach you the entire COBie in 1 or 2 days itself, and in just 1 week itself. But not in hurry. Let's go. Let's go. You know, like slowly, because you need the practice as well. You need that practice to understand. It's not that complicated. Why I'm stretching this, like it's not complicated and it is easy, because it's very easy. Okay, fine. So as per the BIM wedge, I don't know whether you have seen the BIM wedge, like it looks like a triangle. So uh, even he fought for that, like to add this like facility management tool, that BIM which now it is under level 2. So what do you mean by level 0, level 1 and level 2? It is like a CAD standards. If any company is dealing only with a CAD document, I mean only a CAD designs, your company don't do any Revit projects. It's just purely like a CAD company. So we mark it as like a level 0 companies, and level 1 in the sense the companies which do CAD and Revit both, but not up to that extent. I mean, they can't do LOD 400, they cannot do LOD 500. It's just like up to some extent LOD 300. Even they don't take information that detailed as well. Okay, level 1 companies. Nowadays, level 1 companies are going till LOD 400 also. Okay, when it comes to the level 2, they've implemented like level, LOD 500, and they're doing like they don't do okay, they do. I mean, level 1 companies won't do like 4D and 5D. So what do you mean by 4D and 5D? Use the chat box. What do you mean by 4D and 5D? 3D. It is a modeling and a coordination. What do you mean by 4D and 5D? Huh? Use the chat box. 4D schedules. Okay, correct. Schedule. What is that schedule? 5D is a costing, timeline and cost estimation power. Very good. Very good. So the level 2 companies deal with 4D and 5D. 4D. For example, if I let me present this. Uh-huh. This is the other way. This is in another way again. Okay. No. Okay. Let me cancel this. Think this is enough for you. You can see the screen, right? Okay, so I'm having like a construction land. Let's say I'm having a construction land, and I want to design my building like this, and I don't know like how uh, can I build this in that particular land or not. So I went to the structural, like a contractor. Then he did all the surveys, and he have brought the permissions to build that project. But as not like as I'm expecting, I was expected it is like a 50-story building, but we got the permission till only 25 floors. After that, I have approached an architect. I've approached the architect, and for the building design, I'm having this design. So, I have asked for like how long it will take to build this entire project. They said no, we don't know like how long it will take. You just go and talk to another consultant, those who deals with 4D and 5D. So I went to another like here the time and cost. Where is, can I use a pen here? Okay, here this one, like time and cost. So they said like they deal with like a 4D and 5D. They said to build this 25-story building, it will take almost like 1 year. So it is called 4D. 4D time. Okay, 5D now costing, it cost you around like 50 crores or 75 crores. Okay. So then, okay, fine. Then I have to look into my resources since I'm a building owner. I don't know anything like how to start with. So I have approached you know, a contractor who has having good experience on handling these kind of constructions. Okay. And then I just handed it to him, and we had an agreement for like some time period. It could be like 2 years or 5 years or 50 years till the demolish the building. Okay. So we just have a contract. Okay. So everything is fine. Like if it is like a short term contract, like for 2 years or 5 years, so I'm just completely, I'm just collecting the building, rents and everything, and I'm just sitting happy. But I would like to take an additional challenge because I feel the contractor is, the contractor charges more, even for small repairs, changes and everything, for labor and engineering charges and everything. So I felt he charges a lot, and then I just closed. I mean, after the contract, then I started. Now I'm the owner here. Now I'm the owner of this entire building, even the contracting as well. Of course, you are already an owner. I'm already an owner, but now you have to take care of each and everything. Okay, so for elements and the labor and engineers, now I got confused. So how should I maintain everything? If something went wrong in the like a 20th floor, in the restroom, the plumbing fixture is in the water closet isn't working well. So whom should I call? The light isn't working in a complex, in a commercial complex. So whom should I call? I don't remember. I don't have any contacts. So again, I don't want to go with the old contractor. So I went with a new contractor, and now this guy charges more than the previous guy. So to avoid all this confusion, see, it's if it is the actual price is like $25, so they charge 250. Oh my goodness, 10 times. The labor charge is like $100, and the contractor charges 500, 5 times. Okay, so to avoid all this, I have requested the same contract. I mean, the first contractor to provide everything on a document, everything on a document. What do you mean by everything? So where did you buy a lighting fixture? So where did you buy the water closet? So who is the manufacturer of it? What is the model number? For example, if the lighting fixture you bought it from somewhere and you did it, it doesn't fix, useless. Okay, so model numbers and manufacturer and doesn't have any warranty in it. Okay, what the contractors do, if it is under warranty, they'll claim for the warranty, and they'll charge from the owner. So this is what happening in US and UK and everywhere. This is the same thing happens. He'll maintain every single document. The contractor maintain every single document, and he cash it. Okay, so to avoid these charges, like I need everything in a spreadsheet, even warranty information, who fixed it, who the person, contact number and email, who fixed that. Now, I mean, the engineer who comes along with him. So every single information, damn single information, needs to be there in a Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so this is the process where, if you want to, this is what the companies need. And if you're building if you're working as a modeler, and you started building uh, a Revit project from the scratch, so you have to load some COBie projects before you load some families into it. For that sake, like, if you have seen this, we have set up families. Okay, so what do you mean by set up family? I mean, for example, if I want to load this diffuser, first I have to, add the COBie parameters to it, and then started loading. If I want to place this electrical fixture, if I want to I mean, load this electrical fixture, I mean, load into the Revit project, first I have to add the COBie parameters and then load it, because it have some additional information need to be added from the scratch. But most of the companies now, they're not doing it. This is now, it's a useless option. It's really a useless option. Okay, adding everything, and if for some of the families, if it is not added, then we have to save those families and add those again. Not required. So we are not covered this concept in our training. Okay, so in the project, like just by adding, by just clicking a small on a small icon, it started creating the COBie parameters for all the elements within the building. Okay, but the challenge is, how do I fill that information? How do you fill that information? Okay, so level 2, like 4D and 5D and everything. Level 3, we don't discuss it now. I mean, it's not required. Okay, so that level 2, it is like for the COBie. Okay, now how do we enter that? So COBie is nothing but like a, it's like a data entry tool. I mean, there are few companies like BPOs. They enter an information, they'll pull an information. I don't know you heard about BPO and KPO, like business. I'm sorry, is that business process outsourcing and knowledge process outsourcing, something like KPOs. So what they do exactly? They'll pull an information from PDFs and they will load it, into a different database. Okay, and they load into a different databases like applications or something. This is called data entry. Or else if they have some documents in a PDF format, and they'll request you to type it manually. So this is one of a data entry tool. Okay, but we are avoiding the manual entry in this. We're just simply avoiding the manual entry. Okay, so I always prefer like automatic entry. So I'm going to show you how Dynamo uses in this case, because even automatic entry sometimes fails. So you have to change it accordingly. You have to change it accordingly. Why? Because let me minimize this. Example, I'm having like see the mark value here. Okay, I don't have a mark value for this. Huh. I have a mark value, it's like 19. But for this lighting fixture, I'm having like 500 lighting fixtures, but the mark value which shows like 666. How come it is? How come it is? I need that mark value need into be the spreadsheet, but the spreadsheet should be more accurate. It should not confuse even the contractor. Why it is like 66? I'm having only 500 lights in it. So each and every light which represents, okay, 1 to 100, it is from the level 1. So 101 to 200 is from level 2. So why it is confusing with 666 where it is placed? So the owner will be confused. So I want to change this numbers manually first. To end again, that is a manual entry. So you can do like some sort of an automation out there and fill that document using automatic entry with the Dynamo again, with a Dynamo or whatever. Okay, or else we have some third party tools called import and export. You can export the data and into the Excel, and you will change that in the Excel, and you'll re-import it again if you don't know the Dynamo. Okay, so it doesn't mean you must need the Dynamo. Okay, if you have it, you can do it like that. Okay, fine. So automatically loading a series of parameters into the Revit project. Okay, fine. Before this, manual entry. What is this manual entry? We have two kind of a process again. That's called BIM, and I'm gonna ask you questions again, please. Okay, so make sure you you'll be here. Don't be with your mobile phones while this workshop happening, please. Okay. Why this is still showing the taskbar? Yeah. Mm. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to do that, Prakash, but it couldn't. Okay, and that's the reason I just closed that PPT. Okay, so the manual entry, we have a BIM and non-BIM. We have BIM and non-BIM. So BIM in the sense we are pulling the information within the model, from the model, from the model, or else to the model, to the model. What do you mean by to the model? Like by using some, I mean, COBie will help you to load the data. It has some database. COBie tool has its some database, some sort of a standard data would be there, standards data, and I mean, maintaining some sort of naming conventions. Okay, like for example, if it is an electrical fixture, calling that's like a EF. If it is the electrical fixture from the zone 1, EF hyphen Z1. Okay, if the plumbing fixture from zone 3 pf hyphen z3, so these all will be added, and getting the rooms information, spaces information, and load into that elements, so that we'll be very clear. Okay, this element which relates to that particular zone 1, so you don't add it manually. So most of the content will be taking from a different, from the different area. It's we generally called as a reference. I'll show you that in an excel how it will be exactly. Okay, so from the model to the model. Okay, this is called BIM. What do you mean by non-BIM? It's completely headache. It's a seriously a headache process. It's really a headache process. Why I said like that is a headache because of uh, it's like this is a real manual entry. I have I purchased a transformer. Hey, just a second. What happened? Hmm. Can you see my screen, or you lost it? Can you see my screen? No, just a second then. Just a second. Okay. I'm so sorry for that. Okay. So now you can, right? Now you can, correct? Okay, perfect. So I mean, if I buy a transformer, let's say if I buy a lighting fixture, let's say transformer, I'll just buy a transformer. Transformer. Okay. So they have given me some like manual, like how to operate and how to maintain that. Okay, maintain. Okay, and maintenance manual. We generally call this an O&M manuals. O and M manuals, operation and maintenance manuals. So and accord. I mean after this. I mean, for example, if you buy a plastic chair, which has delivered in a dismantled state, even they'll share it to you like how to fix it. So even that is a like operation, and that's also called as an O&M manual. Okay, so operation and like maintenance manual, and warranty information. Okay, I mean if they are providing any labor, like labor information for how many years. For example, if you bought a transformer today, so on some parts you have some uh you have some warranty. Just a second. Okay, so you have some like parts, and they will provide you a labor for 6 months, not for the complete life, the lifetime. So the labor information. Okay, and extra whatever, let's see, extra like manufacturer information would be there in this warranty. Model number would be there in the warranty, and like what are the parts they are going to they can replace it. So we generally call it as maintainable. It's like it's only works with the maintainable items, not with all the items in the entire building. If you have a structural column and if you feel there are some sort of a cracks on it, can't replace. Understand? Okay. So they are like maintainable items. So I'll show you what are the maintainable items where where a building owner can climb. Okay, so this. So non-BIM information needs to be entered manually. This is the real data entry. Really headache. Okay, before you or your company um, talk to a client, you have to take the inputs. Do you want me to fill some information like which is related to the any non-BIM data, which is related to the non-BIM? So then you have to take more. You just have to request for more time, because entering some information from the documents to the Revit element, it is not that easy. It's really not that easy. Okay, so I hope you understand what is a manual entry and what is an automatic entry. Are you? Shall I proceed further? Shall I proceed further? I hope if everyone can understand. Everyone understood this? Correct? Okay, good. So these parameter automatically loading a series of parameters into the Revit project. So when I just go to just a second, I can show you this. Okay, so see, if you see that these are the COBie parameters, like COBie dot type dot created by, COBie dot type dot created on, COBie dot type dot name, COBie dot type dot category, COBie dot type dot description, COBie dot type dot asset type, and we have a lot of COBie information here. COBie parameters, these all are like a COBie parameters. Okay, and you are not going to create all these parameters. You are not the one who create these parameters. We have a I mean by using the COBie tool, the COBie tool will does everything for you. Will do everything for you. You don't create any parameters. And even that Excel spreadsheet, not this sample COBie spreadsheet. Okay, even this spreadsheet you are not going to create your own. Even you're not going to create this by your own. Okay, and you no need to download it from anywhere, and having the doubts whether I'm using the right sheet or not, why it isn't working. I mean, if I've seen many people, they're asking, sir, is it the same document? I did all the ways you explained, but still, I'm not able to see the data. I mean, is that the correct document? We don't have thousands of types. We have only one. Okay, and it will be generated within the COBie tool itself. The COBie tool will create an Excel spreadsheet for you. If you want to add, no, Rajesh, I need more information, so can I add another column here? No, you cannot. You can't delete. I mean, if you delete the column, your COBie won't work. I mean, this spreadsheet actually needs to be play in a different ways. I'll explain you that later. Okay, in coming sessions, I'll explain you will be using. This is not only extracting the data from the Revit project, Revit building elements, and storing the information here. It's not only that. It is, like, beyond that. So where do you exactly use a COBie spreadsheet? I'll explain in the coming sessions. Okay. So if you delete any one column here, if you change instead of like a phase, if you change to the phase one, then kalas, you can't use this COBie spreadsheet. Seriously. Okay. So don't do that mistakes. You cannot create anything. You can't modify anything. Nothing. Okay. So even this COBie spreadsheet also will be generated within, I mean, with the COBie tool itself. Okay. So this is the standards. I'll explain you. Today I'm going to show you how the data will be loaded with some standards. Okay. It's 10:36. I'll show you at 11 o'clock. So 1 hour it is like a theoretical part, and 1 hour I'll show you the practical part. Okay, so every week it will be the same. Okay, but only for 2 3 weeks. No, only for 3 days, 3 or 4 days. The rest, we don't have any theoretical part. We'll completely having the tool part only. Okay, fine. What do you mean? What do you see the theory? It is a documentation. Even tool is very important. Even the documentation is also really important. You can't go blind, or your own ideology. No, it won't work. You must maintain a standard documentation. Okay, or else you create a standard document and follow exactly the same. If you have a, uh, like a Gajini mindset like me, you'll completely disturb the standards. So don't do that. Okay, fine. So these are the COBie parameters. Like, we generally don't create anything. We don't just go to the project and click on parameters, add project parameter or add a shade parameter. You don't need to do all this. Okay, just matter of in seconds it will create all the parameters. I'll show you how it is. Okay, so loading a series of parameters into the Revit projects, it's just like matter of a second. Okay, so these parameters are automatically populated as you progress with your work. Okay, significantly reducing the manual effort required for the data entry. So to avoid the data entry, some of the information will be taken from different areas, and it will be filled. I mean, if you have seen this, the PPT, Most of the information have been filled by itself, created by. I didn't enter my email over there. I didn't add the timestamp over there. I didn't add AH-0001 over there. I didn't add the mechanical equipment over there. I add the AHU description. I have written it manually. And maintainable, no, it was asset type. We have that thing as well. So IKEA, who is the manufacturer, entered manually. IKEA 0001. Uh, if you have some information related to the model number, you have to manually type it, or else you can consider how many models you have, and it will consider, okay, I have five different models, and so this is like a 0001. So the second model would be 0002. I mean, if you are not maintaining a non-BIM data, if you are not doing any non-BIM data, then this becomes automatic. If you are maintaining the non-BIM data, this becomes manual. You have to enter the model number by your own. Simple. Okay. Warranty type, guarantee parts. All this is like a manual entry. All this like a replacement cost. I mean, you have to look into the documents and enter the information here. So this is like a manual entry. But rest of the few information, it doesn't need your entry at all. Okay. So where we use manual entry, where use an automatic entry, I'll show you now in the next sessions. Okay. COBie is becoming a standard deliverable requirement on many projects. Adding the COBie process to your project should not require extra work. True, yeah, true. It's really. So with some standard quality assurance efforts, the COBie spreadsheet should essentially fill themselves in. I've told you some information would be filled by itself. So it pulls. Okay, that's a COBie. Okay, so what kind of an information does COBie handle? It pulls the vital. Let's say why it's here. Did I miss anything? Okay, I'll say that. So it pulls some information. It's like a room names, okay, and levels and MEP like mechanical, electrical, and plumbing system names, like setting information, or else like electrical settings information into that, but each and every element and everything. So and the names and equipment designations and more lot. Okay, can you guys explain me like a Revit element hierarchy? If anybody remember that, can you give me any? Can someone explain me the Revit element hierarchy? Revit element hierarchy. I hope you. I mean, if you are a managers or if you are a coordinators, you must answer this. Revit element hierarchy. A very good Pawan. Correct. So category, family, and type and instance. Okay, it's like first we'll follow this hierarchy. Where is it? Element hierarchy. So what do you mean by element hierarchy? So the first one, we are going to play with the categories. So why I'm explaining this? We are entering some information like a category wise. So you have to specify if it is an electrical equipment. Feeling like electrical equipment is not a it's not a COBie standard. It is not a COBie standard. You have to mention it as like a EE, electrical equipment and hyphen. So if E is already assigned to any different element or any different document or any different set of process, then we have to change it to the ELQ, electrical equipments or anything depends upon. So that codification must be unique again. That codification must be unique again. After, okay, fine. So I have considered like electrical equipment and the code is ELQ as per the standard. So wherever there is a ELQ, it is saying it's like a electrical equipment. Electrical equipment. Now, the family wise. Now, when it comes to the family, so in categories we have a number of families. So which family it is exactly? It is an electrical equipment. It is a lighting panel. It is a lighting panel. So I'll say I just marked it like LP board, lighting panel board. If the same term used somewhere else, used somewhere else. LPB is assigned, I mean, as a abbreviation, as it is assigned to some other document or any process or anything, then you will be changing this, or else you can leave that as it is. Lighting panel board, LPB, like power distribution board, PDB. Like if you have any different, like for containment, for small power, for large power, like medium power, I mean, if you have different panels, so different codification standards, different code for every family. Understand? Now when it comes to the type, okay, like I'm playing with an LPB, like lighting panel board, but this is like, 350 into 350, or else like 350 into 1050 something. So I just mentioned exactly the same, like 350 into 1050, that is unique. If I have two different LPBs with the same size standards, then it brings conflict. So filling the information must be unique. It should not create any messy. Simple. If you have two different families and having the same information, then we call it as a conflict. We'll call it as a conflict. Okay. So if it is like a 350 into 350 into 1050, it's a panel, the width and height. So if they need, I mean, if there is a depth also, then you can add depth, or else you can ignore 350 into 150. Now, instances. How many panels are there? I'm total like 15 panel. I mean, like I have a 25 floors, no? So I have a 25 panels. 0025. 0025. So this is the category information. Let me copy this. Control C. While I write categories LPB. So this is the unique name for the particular element. If there are n elements, this has to be changed. If it is a different type, this has to be changed. If that is a different family, this has to be changed. And if it is a different category, this has to be changed. So whatever you do exactly, but don't, we should not, like, while we're playing with while we are if you load um, mark values, if you type mark values, where is this Revit? I'm having like a 19 is a mark value. 19 again, there is another. I have a one more. I'm not able to select. Yeah, I have one more and I have one more. So what if I change the mark value as for the four lighting fixtures? I just entered the same mark value. It is saying that elements have a duplicate mark. Arre Baba, this cable problem. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Let me reset it again. I really don't know why it is. Um, why it is asking all the time. I'll look into this later. Okay, so you can see my screen now, correct? So it's just giving me like a duplicate values. So entering that, avoiding the duplicate information is called a COBie. It's called sort of like, the process, like it's like a COBie. Let's see. Huh? Why you're not going that screen? Okay, so that is the way we generally play with every element. So this information will be loaded into the Excel spreadsheet. Is this Revit element hierarchy, is it clear with everyone? Is this clear with everyone? Is this clear with everyone? Everyone, I'm asking everyone. Clear? No? Good. So let's move forward. We have 12 more minutes. Let me finish some other, like, uh, theoretical concept. Okay, so why you are guys here, because nowadays, earlier it was the COBie was mandated in only few countries, like 4 or 5 countries, but now it becomes mandate for most of the countries. And here some of the examples like Norway, Singapore, Netherlands, Australia, and Canada, UK, United States, Ireland, and New Zealand. There are few more countries become mandate. Okay, I was not into it. Okay, so I'm gonna add it by doing some R&D. I'll add that in this and I'll show you. I mean, what are the other countries are following this? Okay, so if we are working on one of these country projects, then the COBie is a mandate. Then COBie is a mandate. Okay, and if you I don't know, I mean, is anyone from US or UK or any different countries? They have, like like how we have if you are from UAE, like there's a there is a application called Dubizzle. Like if you are from India, like Naukri and Naukri Gulf and Upwork, freelancer.com. So there are some like job portals which hire freelancers. So this is a not that complicated tool to to submit a project. So one of a client have a very basic requirement. It's a very basic requirement, seriously. So the one I told, like it's a very basic requirement, and to fill that requirement he charged something around like 1.2 lakh something. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, while I'm talking to him he said the same. He has exactly invested the same whatever he is going to get from that COBie project. He invested on his people to train on the COBie. Where it's really cool thing. Who's doing that? True. No companies are doing it. Okay, and they have pulled, I think, 5 people. Yeah, 5 people. Huh, 5 people, and I've trained the 5 people on that. Seriously. Okay, so why don't you get a chance to get that freelancing opportunity for you? Okay, so that's how it is. Anyways, so, who is responsible for entering the COBie information? This is a really challenge now. I mean, who will really do it? I mean, the people asking me, Rajesh, I just recently new to this BIM industry, so COBie is really required for me, and that is up to the firm that you're working for. If you're working for a design firm, generally you don't follow this. You will never have it. Okay, don't waste your money first of all. Okay, if you're working for any design consultancies, what they do, they just give the design and then leave it. They'll just specify this is the zone, this is a zone. I mean, for example, if it is a metro project, so how many sheets it's really required. Okay, how many zones need to be split, how many scope boxes, I mean everything. Okay, so the design team is not responsible for it. When it comes to the construction and contracting companies, it's like you. Namaste. I have to find a solution for this. You already have a short term memory and you're disturbing me again. This is another mission. I'll use generally. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you again? Okay. Ashish, one more. Yeah, Ashish. We'll see more examples, man. This is just like a. See, I'm covering the day one training and the demo. Um, bird sound. It's my pet, man. Just a second. Yeah, yeah. I've told my pet. Thank you. I think it will obey my words. Okay, so construction and contracting companies. Okay, if you are working for such companies, yes, you are the response. Started shouting. Okay, so you are the responsible if you are a modular. Generally at the time of few companies may started from the beginning. I mean, before they start working on COBie. Uh, just a second. Okay, so a few companies may started from the beginning, but I've seen that that kind of a company so far. I mean, if it is in the as-built stage, so most of the projects which I worked there, after the as-built. Okay, so they have requested because there will be no changes in the model at all, because if they keep on changing, so whatever I have done, it needs to be rework again. So if you're playing with a COBie, it will be mostly done after uh, you know after the as built. Okay, like if you have already submitted and it started like constructed, then the this COBie process will be highlighted. Okay, so I mean, owners actually no owners need the document. I mean, what the owner is supposed to be do here, even owner is also responsible to get every single information to enter into this, into the Revit elements. Into the Revit elements, he's supposed to get every single document. Okay, he has to pull from like the contractors and he has to share it. Okay, so for sharing these documents, we will be using different tools called Iconics, Vault. I mean, Autodesk Vault or Iconics or any cloud servers. Okay, any cloud servers. I mean, we will be fetching some information there from there and we'll enter the information into it. Okay, so I mean, the construction companies, the consulting companies, the contracting companies will, and owners also will be responsible for the information to share the information, and the modelers will be responsible to enter this information into the building elements with the help of COBie. I mean, with the help of the COBie tool. Okay, so now the challenge is: should I fill this entire elements? I mean, for example, when I just click on when I click on any element, you say that the COBie parameters would be visible. So should I fill the entire information as per? I mean, I mean all the information into each and every single element. Actually, no. It depends upon the client requirement. First thing, it depends upon the client requirement. Okay, so the client have very basic requirement. I need only the costing, man. I don't want you to fill any manufacturer information or nothing, or else add manufacturer and model number and the cost of it. I'm having some invoices and everything, so please fill that information into it, so I may not face any issues in further. The basic, very basic requirement. I haven't worked it so far, but yes, we have. And the second one, I mean, I told recently a client who have tried, it is for like that. Seriously, it's a very basic requirement I've seen, and I told them just just give it to us. We'll work it for very less cost. But still, they said like I'm gonna train my team for the same costing. So I decided then we just trained it. Okay, so um yeah. So what about the second scenario? There are like maintainable items. Not for, I mean, if there is a wall, you don't need to enter the information to the wall. I mean, doesn't make sense. Like, what information do you feed? Is it can you measure a lifespan of a wall? I mean, not like a fire rating or something, but how do you enter the manufacturer information, model information? Do you see anything like cement or concrete or the sand they used in the structure? No, right? So for walls, for columns, for there are some sort non-maintainable items are there. Okay, so we don't need to fill information to that, to such elements. So we are going to see some data which is related to uh, you know maintainable items. All we are going to see this like a maintainable items only. Okay, so not for like not even like a furniture or anything, because furniture cannot be climbed, never. And walls or any structural objects or anything. Did I mention that maintainable assets? Yeah, here. Okay. So I mean, if you have a building, and you must have a maintainable assets and non-maintainable assets, like material information. Okay. For example, if you have a panel, and we have few more, I'll show you. Um, Maintainable assets. Hmm. So these are the maintainable asset items here. So if it is like air handling unit, so we have marked it as like AHU. If you see this, and if it is like a recirculating air handling unit, so they just added R in front of it. So if it is like a fresh AHU, FAHU. So if it is a fan call unit, FCU. And if I check conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, if there are any duplicate values, see there are two units here. Okay, let's say I feel okay. So BTUs are there, BTU meter main and BTU meter tenant metering. So we have to fix it. So you should not use like this. Okay, I'm in SRVR and BIM BMS workstation. So WRKST. So where this guy used WRKST some anywhere, WRKST some anywhere. Yeah, it is here. I think workstation. Now it is for the security. Now it is for security. So but still, why I see here, because the type is common here, but I mean the purpose is different. So I'm going to add ICTS WRKST. So if I use that WRKST somewhere here, this brings a problem. This should not be ICTS. It should be FLS or ELS or ELE, or it could be anything. Then you may not see any issue over there, or else this is like a duplicated. So you have to avoid all this. Forget about it. So these are the maintainable items. For electrical, circuit breaker is a maintainable item, earthing is a maintainable item, light fittings are maintainable item, light switches are maintainable items. So when it comes to the data network, security devices, access controls, so these are the maintainable items. So you have to fill in information only to this elements, not for every single element. Okay, is it clear? So non-maintainable item, simply ignore it. Fine, it's already 11. I mean, it's 1 hour over. Let me go with the last questions here. Is COBie a useful tool? Depends. I mean, if you learn for yourself, I mean, to add a piece of skill into your CV, that's fine. But don't add it, like unnecessarily. I mean, I don't say that. I mean, skill is always a skill. Okay, so yes, it is a useful tool. And is COBie easy to use? Because most of the people used to ask me, can I able to learn this? Are Baba, just like I can teach you the entire COBie, just matter of 1 hour. Then Rajesh, why do you charge 15,000 for this training and stretching till 1 month practice? And there is a lot of documentation is required. Tool is very easy. Tool is really easy, but the way you uh, understand the standards and everything, feeding such concepts, it's really tough. Okay, so but to be frank, COBie is very, 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 very easy to use. Okay, so should COBie be used on every project? Depends. I mean, if your company required, then it's fine. Generally, not on all the projects. I mean, if you are working on a project like a Red Sea or any like Neom projects or any other different projects where we like Saudi Arabia or Middle East, they don't man. It's not mandate over there. Okay, but even though I want to implement those standards in my, because I don't want to see any lose in, if I'm the owner of a new, I want to see everything like a documented, then I request to submit this COBie. Simple. So should I fill all the worksheets? What is this worksheet? I'll show you. There are some tabs in this. Is it open? No. I'll show that later. So should I fill all the worksheets? Actually, no, not required. Okay. So what do you mean by worksheet? And how do you exactly see the worksheet? How do you understand the worksheets? I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. Okay. So can we add more columns into the spreadsheet? Very bullshit question it is. I mean, the people asked me in my previous workshop. So no. If you want to add more information, we have a process. It's called adding. We have a spreadsheet called attributes. We'll add that information. Whatever the information I really required, I'll add it over there. Simple. Nothing. um, Nothing. You can't add. You should not add that any single information to the spreadsheet. Okay, fine. So uh, is this clear up to this entire this thing? Is it clear with each and every concept I listed here? Ashish, they need for Reds. Oh, is it? Reds is doing it. Good. And it's become mandate, man. Nowadays, COBie is going to be mandate. It is really required because you see, there will be um, Ashish, I'll explain you. I'll explain you, don't worry. Since you are a student, just hold on for some time. I'll explain you one more examples. And in coming in the training, I'll explain you. Okay. This is just like a briefing. What is what? Okay. If I started giving you example, I mean, second example, third example, the people may confuse. Okay. So I'll give it to you in terms of like, practically, not the theoretical examples. Okay. Good. So fine. Let me close this. Let me save, and I'm closing this spreadsheet. No, just cancel. I need this. Okay. So how do I create, and Rajesh, can you show me like how do we fill this information? Automatically. Okay, automatically. Just a second, I have a question. Can we add some additional parameters in spreadsheet, or we use own spreadsheet? No, no, no. You can use that. I'll show you that spreadsheet command. Don't worry. Okay. So, first of all, you have to maintain some standards before you start. You have a project, and you have a instructions to start work the COBie. So where do you start? You don't know how to start exactly. You look into here and there. You pull all the documents. You have all the information. Now the Revit project is open, or else. I mean, if you go for any interview, they'll ask you where do you start. I mean, if you go for any interview as a Revit modeler, so we don't have anything. You don't even have elevations over there. You have to create an elevations and then create a levels, and you will be creating the grids. Everything will be from the scratch. Likewise, uh, is this recording? Because the screen, yeah, it's recording. Okay, so I forgot. Yeah. So everything you have to do it your own. Okay. So likewise, where is the start from the for the COBie? For the COBie, where is the starting process? From where do you start? Go to the interoperability tools. And one more, like uh, this is like you have to install it. It won't come with a Revit installation. So I will share the setup documents. I'll share the setup file. Okay, and very very strict uh, rule is this: interoperability tools will not work on cracked softwares. Seriously. Okay. So don't, I mean, I have to inform this before you take this training. If you don't have if you don't have a genuine version in your machine, go with the student version. We'll help you out with sharing you the student, no, sorry, the cracked version, which is really required, and just create a dummy account. We'll help you out. We'll share you the video how to do it, how to process that, and just create a dummy account, and you will get 30 days notice period. sorry, trial period. Okay, so practice in the trial. I mean, in the trial period. In the trial period. Okay, so if you are using the cracked versions, it will not work. Seriously. Okay, fine. So I'll be sharing you this BI tools. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. So I will be sharing you this setup, everything uh, like for if you're using like 2021, 2022, 2023. So there are different setup files. I'll send you all together. I don't know whether you're gonna use this project and I mean install this in 2023 later. So you should not ask me again. So I'll send you for all the versions so far. So you can use it. I mean you can install based on your requirement. I'll share you everything. Don't worry. Okay. Except the PPT which I've explained you, I'm gonna share you a lot of information with you. And I'm I'm doing it since I'm providing you the training, and even though it is out of the company's policy, but still I'm going to share you some information. Okay, I'm going to share you some information. So you have to maintain that same confidentiality after the training as well. Clear? Good. So, where do we start exactly? First one, we have a setup, run, setup, synchronize, setup, run, viewport, sorry, view report, and create configuration, and set of families, and we have a lot of options. But out of it, we don't look into all this seriously. These are really not required because I have worked on 20 plus projects. I didn't use this icons at all. Only for one client, one or two clients, we have created a model checker to check the health of the model after you've done everything. Okay, the model checker. I mean, if it is a perfect COBie thing, then like the model checker. I mean, which gives you even the clashes as well. If there are any duplicate names, it will. I mean, it will detect that how many duplicate names are there. I'll show you how the report would looks like. Okay, and by end of the training, we'll see that. Okay, so the first process is like a there is a standardized data panel. There is a standardized data. So there are two options here: the assign, the classification. This is the first step you're supposed to start with. Okay, let me show you. Like I've selected a the lighting fixture. I don't see any COBie parameters, and I'll just click on edit type. The type parameters. Uh-huh. Okay, so I don't have any like parameters here. I don't have any new parameters like which are related to the COBie or anything. Since this is a classification manager, we will call it as a classification manager. Okay, so classification manager. I don't have any parameters here. Okay, let's just click OK. Done. Okay, now let me go and assign the classification. Assign a classification. Now this will be this is not our decision. Either your manager is supposed to say, "Array, Mr. Pratap, use unique class, or else Ashish use the omni class, or else use master format, or use any other different standards which that country is using." Okay, so let's say the database is not loaded. Database in the sense it has some information, it has some document in it. So it is telling, do you want me to open? Just click here to loading the Excel document, unique class table, PR, SS. Huh, it is loading the unique class one. So as default it has considered it's like a unique class, but in our training, to make it easier to understand to everyone, I'm going with the omni class. Okay, you can change it, the same procedure, either a unique class or omni class, both the same, but I want you to understand very clearly. That is the reason I fix the Omni class. I'll change this to the Omni class. No, but why it's taking unique class? Add path. Let me close this. Okay, I'll just go with the Omni class and I'll set that here. And now I'll just, okay, fine. Let me close this. I'll select this, and when I click on edit time, not added. Very good. Because the pick list is not yet fixed. Okay. So when I just click on assign classification, Omni class, database, just click here to load. Omni class table 21. There are tables, okay, the 21, 22, 23, 11, 13, 15, such, okay. So what does it contain exactly? I'll just show you the Omni class Excel document here. So if you see this Omni class table 21, so when I'm playing in the COBie tool, it started pulling information from the spreadsheet. From this spreadsheet, okay, if I'm playing with the table 22, so it started pulling some information from this, and this is the code, like how we have a sheet name, sheet number and a sheet name, like this is like a code number and a description of it. So omni class table 23, 11, 13, 34, so and so. Okay, let me minimize this. Now, what is this exactly? What is this omni class? What is this uni class? Forget about the general for now. Okay, I'll explain you in detail later. So assign similar values, set COBie parameters, blanks only, uniclass, omniclass, uniformat and master format, IFC4, ADD1 and IFC2 into 3. If you are using this option called exporting to IFC, you may see that IFC 2 into 3. Now we guys are using like IFC 4.0. So it's a 2.3 and ASTM uniformat and FICM spaces database. There are different. So first we'll go with the Omni class. 90%, 40% we prefer Omni, and 60% we use Uni. I don't want you to confuse with Uni class. I want you to understand the concept, not the way you follow exactly the data. Okay, so Omni class. Okay, then I see the complete information related to the Omni class. Now, what is this exactly? What is this exactly? So this is called a classifications. It's a classification. Okay, fine. So when I just click on any element, see there is already an element selected. Let me deselect that element. I don't see that element tab highlighted. I see only facility information. I'll see only facility information. Now I think this is a school project. I think that this is a sample project. This is a sample. I hope you say this. There's a school. There's a sample project, man. You can you see this project, right? This is just like a school project. Okay, so let's say crop you and a section box, whatever. Let it be. Okay, fine. So what is this? It's like a school project, no? So now I have to find in the facility. It is telling that I mean, what kind of a building is this? What kind of a building is this? Okay, so omni class table 11, which represents we have 11, and if I go more further, it will give me more addition options. So this is an education facility. So when I just click on education facility, expand this. So is this a daycare or a preschool facility? No, this is a college, higher education facility. So I'll just go to the higher education facility, and this is like a professional college, or else it is a university. For example, if it's a university, and then I just simply click assign here. I just simply click on assign here. That's it. It is assigned. So there, if I go and check in the manage tab in the project information, above. This is again this. I will change this tomorrow. Okay, I'll change the monitor as well. See, now it is saying that classification facility dot number is 11, 12, 24, and 11, and university. Is it clear? Is it clear now? So, facility which is loading, I mean, the number and the university will be loaded. When I just click on assign here, it started creating the parameter by itself, and it has filled the data also. So simple. You don't need to do anything, and this is only one time. This is only for the one time when we load this. I mean, if it is a different project, I mean, if it is a different, I mean, if you open metro project, then you just have to say type metro. If you can't find it manually, type metro, or else railways, type railway or something, rail maintenance and fueling facility, rail yard, railway. So just click on this and just simply assign. That's it. Okay. So that is like a facility information. Why should I why should I fill this, Rajesh? So what is the purpose of like filling this? I'll create an Excel and I'll show you. I am going to create an Excel for your understanding. This is not the standard procedure we generally follow. So this is the facility information. This is the facility tab, correct? So contact, facility, space, and element. Whatever I play in the contact tab, it will be listed here. Whatever I play in the facility will be in the facility tab. So whatever I see in the space will be filled in the space tab. So whatever I'm playing with the element, it will in the element tab. Okay. This is for your understanding, I'm saying. Okay, may these have a different names as well, like contact, facility, space, and it is not an element, it is a component. Okay, fine. So if I'm playing with options, see, again I have like a general, classifications, and a pick list. So general, general classifications. I'm a close classifications, and then pick list. Pick lists. Okay, if I want to play with this tab again, it is like a pick list. So I'll just scroll up here. So options, omni-class database, and pick list. So pick list will be on another tab again. So whatever you're playing with, you know, that specific tab, that in information will be. Now I filled the facility information, right? So that facility information will be added under the title. So facility dot, where is it exactly? In the project information, number and a description. Number and a description. So I see that number and description. Number and the description. So in the number, I see something like 1125 or something, no? University. 11, 12, 24, 11. 11 hyphen 12 space 24 hyphen space 11. In the description it's like a university. It is like a university. So filling this manual entry, we're not doing it. We're not doing that. For that sake, the COBie itself will create a spreadsheet, and it will create the tabs by itself, and it will fill this information into it, which looks like beautiful than how we created. Let's say, let me close this. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain here. Okay, so every tab you are going to play with, that will be, you know shit. Okay, I'll just keep that here. I'm gonna close it for now. So now let me I'll just go to the same lighting fixture, some lighting fixture here. Say I don't have any COBie parameters here. I don't have any COBie. See, the parameters are created. The classification parameters are created. Earlier we don't have, but now we have classification dot omniclause dot 21 dot number. Okay, fine. So when I select this element, when I select this element, the element supposed to be highlighted. See, the element is highlighted. Now I have to specify what is this. What is this lighting fixture? You can't fill it manually, like this is a ceiling mounted lighting fixture. So CLG, LF, it's not exactly. You have to maintain some standards. The standards are in three different tables again: 21 and 22 and 23. 21 and 22 and 23. So one represents what is that object, and what is that object, and the second one represents what it does exactly, what it will do exactly, and the third one where it is located and what under what system it is. Okay, fine, I'll show you. Now I'm under omniclass table 21. Okay, so what type of an object is this? It is under lighting fixtures. So under services, let me see. Services, okay, that is an electrical, and this is a lighting. It is detecting man. Okay, and that is a lighting fixtures. Okay, what is the site work? Let me expand. Site improvements. No, it's not part of this. Site lighting. Oh, area lighting, building illumination, flood lighting, exterior lighting, supplementary components. I'll go with this lighting fixtures. I'll go with this lighting fixture, and I'll say assign. Or else, no, it is not a, I mean, I said it is a lighting fixture, no? So I can assign this as well. You can change the code. I mean, this is if you feel that is an electrical component. Okay, I can assign whatever I want. Okay, electrical fixtures. I simply assign. Done. It's supposed to say assigned here. Cross mapping results are a, this is a problem now, because initially it was loaded with um, uniclass database. That is the reason which is giving you cross mapping. But ignore that warning for the time being. Tomorrow I'll take care of it. I can't close this Revit project and reopen with Omniclass standards. For the time being, just ignore that warning. Okay. So see now, in 21, the number and the description has come. Number and the description has come for 21. So we have a four more values need to be filled by itself. So I'll just decide omniclass table 22. Oh, good. So what it does now, when I select that, that is interior lighting. What lighting is it? It is an interior lighting. It is not an emergency lighting. It is not an exit signs. It is a classified location lighting. It's like cope lightings. We generally call as a cope lighting. I mean, generally in building, I mean in our ceilings, we'll just put a space over there and we'll add a cope lighting. No, so that kind of. It's not that special purpose lighting. You can see that lighting, detention lighting. We have a lot of. So you have to specify it very clearly. Is it a parking lighting or area lighting or landscape lighting? No, this is interior lighting, man. So I'll just inside the interior lighting fixtures, lamps and ballast. Okay, this is fine for me. I'll just simply assign that. So when I assign this, let me close. It is assigned. I'll just go back to the edit type. and they'll see the information has filled. The information has filled. Okay. So what about the Omni class 23 number? Okay, 23 number. Let me close this. I'll change this to the 23. So now electrical, and I know this is a lighting fixture. So facility and occupant protection product, it's not that. It is not a medical and laboratory equipment. No, electrical and lighting, specific products. Electrical lighting. It is a lighting fixtures, and it is not chandelier. It is non-weather security lighting, emergency lighting, lamps. Is that a lamp? No, accessories for lighting. Under which system it comes? Whatever you choose here, I mean you choose that. And if it is non-weather rated lighting fixtures, I'll just select something. It is not fluorescent. It is not halogen. Let's say high intensity discharge lighting fixtures, and then just simply click on assign. You cannot assign all this. You have to take a permissions, from your manager, or else there and in every company we have a team called procurement. We have a team called procurement team. Procurement. Okay. So that procurement team, will give you, Mr. Ashish use this, or Mr. Patel use this lighting. I mean, use this lighting for this. This is that kind of lighting, and check whether do you have such information or not. Okay, so because they are good in all this, their daily duty is the same. Okay, so I filled all the information here. I filled all the information. So that's it. Nothing else. Okay. What is it? 21 and 22 and 23. If I go to the Omni class table, and in 21, I think there must be a description here. If not, I'll show you later what is it exactly and why you have to maintain all this in a detailed explanation, but not now. This is not a theoretical part now. It's a tool. Okay. Next 30 minutes, it's going to be like a tool. Okay. So theory, I'll explain you tomorrow. So let me minimize this. Okay. So is this clear, everyone? Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear, everyone? So far what we have done, assign, I mean like creating the parameters. Okay, and assigning the values to it, and these values are not like our own, and we are maintaining the standards as per the client requirement. It is like a omni class standards. If it is a unique class standards, simply I'll go to the back, and I'll turn off this, and I'll turn on the unique class. And when I say like click load, then unique class parameters also will be created. Let me show you how complicated it is, tough to handle unique class, and why I prefer omni class. You have seen it's very easy to understand. What if you may see some warning but ignore it, because it is called crossover mapping. Okay, because unique class now, unique class. Okay, I'll just go with this. Huh. Now I'll select the lighting here. No, so I'll go with electrical power and lighting functions. Electrical power generation. We have only three. In the first, we'll go with EF. Okay, it is like element and functions. So I'll just go with the lighting. Simply, we don't have um, drop downs in it. We don't have a drop downs, like we don't have any in and again in. What is that? It's not that detailed. It's simply saying it's a lighting, a sign. Hmm? Is it assigned? Let me see. Let's go to the edit type. See now, unique class parameters are created, and it is saying EF70 underscore 80, and it is a lighting. Simple. Let me close this. And we have one more table again. The purpose of all these three tables here in the unique class, and the same three tables would be there in the omni class as well. There is no such difference on it. So table pair. Now this is already selected by default because it is taking this category here. If you want to change it, you can change it. If you feel if it is not a lighting fixture, you can change that here. And the services and process distribution products, electrical power products and wiring accessories. It is not a wiring accessory, no. And product outlet products. I think this power and lighting outlet products and the luminaries, or if it is a lamp, what is it? High pressure mercury. Compared to the uniclass and omniclass, which feels like easy to understand, uni or omni, uni or omni. See, Chandler, it's for me. As per my experience, uniclass is really headache. Uniclass is really headache because it doesn't have that detailed, the detailed one. What it is exactly? I mean, if I want to see something, even I can't ask related to it. Okay, because my naming convention, what the way I ask, it won't understand. But Omni, it will give you related at least very close to it. So I always prefer Omni, and we are going with the Omni itself. Try with the Omni because first you understand the tool, forget about it. Whatever the standards you follow, you can you can use the same tool without any, but the standards will be different. I mean, of course, initially you will be hard to understand, find out the names and the classifications and all this, but it will be easy. Okay, but not in the beginning. When it comes to the Omni class, let's say, okay, that is a resist luminaries or a resist downlight. No, it is a luminary. Let's say a sign. So when I just click and I'll go to the edit type, it is not it assigned. Let me select this again. It is assigned now. I'll just go to the edit type. Why hurry? Relax. See now, it has filled. The rest of the table again. There is a one more. There is a one more. It is like a systems now. So what system it is exactly? I'll just go with the lighting fixtures. So the systems doesn't have a lighting now. Then I'll choose here. That is part of. I can type and search. LIGHT, LIGHT, light steel framing systems, roof light and roof window systems, lighting systems inside the lighting system. Okay, or else taxiway lighting system, amenity tunnel lighting system. So I'll just go with lighting. Assigned. That was assigned. Is it? Yep, done. So simple. So if I know, I mean, my client requirement is not uniclass or omniclass, I'll go with the uniformat. I'll just click on uniformat. Simple. I'll just click on uniformat. So I see another different tab here. I'll just click on it, and there is no such a database loaded. I'll just just simply click on uniformat and master format database to load. Database to load. Now the D services, G services. Funny. D services, it is like electrical lighting fixtures. Okay. G site work. Okay, fine. This is fine for me. Just simply assign this to this. I'll simply assign. Now what it happens? It will create a another set of parameters. Forget about the warning. Okay. I mean, if you're cross mapping, you're creating multiple, then see classification, master format number, and description. And we don't have any number of tables here. I mean, if you're following the CSS standards, I mean, go and ask your procurement team or the person who is doing, quantification, like who quantity surveyors. Okay, so they follow uniform CSS standards. See, even these are also bit or almost equal to omni class, not like a uni class at all. Okay, clear? Even you can follow this because it's very simple. Like two parameters needs to be filled. Simple, colors. It's not like multiple we have. Okay. Okay, fine. So have you understood something from this classification manager? Huh? So how easy it is? So we are pulling some information. We are pulling some information from the external, I mean, the external database, and we are dumping into the Revit. So this is one of the method. And the second method, I mean, whatever we have dumped, I want to export into the schedule. I want to see that in the spreadsheet. Okay. So I'll just simply close this. The classification part is done. Now I have a question for you. So I fill this information for this element only. Can I see the same information for this object? Can I see the same information for this object? I'll be waiting for your answer. Yes or no? My answer is no. My answer is no. Think twice before you answer. How many of you agree with me? Seriously. Logic. Type parameter. Very good. Since it is a type parameter, so I can see the same information even for this type as well. I can see the same information for the another type as well. Correct. So what if I'm having like another lighting fixture that is not a 600, it is a plain recessed lighting fixture, but it is not a 600 into 600. It is something like some other lighting fixture. That is some other light. Can I see that information in this? No. That is that. So like now you must have a question like how many times I have to do this? How many times? I mean, we have played with only one type. No. So what is the logic behind? I mean, is it an element based? I mean, filling the information, is that an element based or a type based? It is a type based. It is a type based. If you have in the lighting fixtures, let's create let's create a lighting fixture schedule and see how many times I have to repeat the same procedure for the lighting fixtures category. Okay, for the timing. Let's say I'll just go to the view. I'll go to the view. I'll create a schedule and quantitas, lighting fixtures. The people who haven't enrolled it, please enroll for this training because this is really a mandate tool in coming months or years. Okay, trust me, this is always added you additional skill, but it doesn't make you know it doesn't I mean it's not a different platform tool or nothing. It is related to the same platform. Okay, so learn and add a new skill into your CV. Okay, if a person who knows like um, I've seen most of the people like when I added a COBie when I added COBie on my CV, they used to say that, "Are COBie? Is it? Can you handle the entire COBie process?" This is what seriously. So if they see like 100 CVs, but if they see something very new tool, the new concept, you will be the priority. You will be the priority for sure, because a person who knows automation. So if they added the skill into this automation, there will be completely no second thought. You will be on the priority. The priorities will be changed, and if the candidate, I mean, if the interviewer have selected shortlisted like 10 candidates, even you will be your CV also will be added into that the 10 list, and you will be with the 11th one, or else they will remove out of 1 out of 10 and they will add you. That is for sure. Okay. What is the difference between COBie and both are same, Jilani, the same thing. But here we are maintaining um, in a unique way. That's it. Okay, so you can't disturb this. If it is a standardized data, you there is a chance of like adjusting that. But here it is like you must have a this thing, and not only that. Why COBie? It is interacting with the different applications. It's interacting with the different applications. What do you mean by application like IFC? IFC. I'll show you. I'll explain you in coming sessions. That is somehow advanced question you asked. Okay, fine. So let me go with the family and type family, and let me add with a type. Let me add a type. Okay, and I would like to assign like a cost information or else what are the required parameters. How do I come to know, Rajesh? I mean, since I'm very new to I'm sorry, since I'm very new to this COBie, what are the parameters I'm supposed to use? I'm going to share you a document that is a standardized document. There it gives you what kind of parameters need to be added. Okay, for every category. So level information, type mark information, not anything, whatever. Let's just simply click OK. So let's say change this to the sorting and grouping. Sorting and grouping. I would like to see based on the types. I need a blank line, and I would like to see the footer, the count of it, or else count and totals. I don't. I don't want to itemize the instance. Let's say click OK. See now. So one, two, three, four, five types are there. So I have to. I will be playing with the lighting fixtures. The same process we have seen from the 11 o'clock till 11:35. Okay. Whatever we have seen, like assigning the standard, the classifications. So we are going to repeat the same process five times. So we have already done for 600 into 600 this one. We have already done this. For this, let me add the that fields. Omni class. Let me add omni class parameters. Array baba. Let's just click OK. I filled it information for this particular type. And if I want to add a level information, I can't add level information here because the same type are in a different levels. So I can work like this. So this can be done. Either I can fill that here, but this is not a manual entry. This is not a manual entry. This is supposed to take from an external documents. The document is that. The document is that. Okay. So rest like the classification. Now I have to do the same procedure again. Highlighted model. Where I just click on highlighted model. I don't want to see the model as well. Well, I'll just understand. Okay. Um, I see what kind of types. This. This is the one. Okay. What happened to you? Haha. It is. There is a pop up in the bottom. Okay. Let's close this. The total 65 elements are there. So you're not going to repeat the same process 65 times. For this type, you're doing it only once. Just simply click on interoperability tools. Then, where is it? Assign classification. The same procedure. This time I would like to go with, I don't want to play with the, uniformat. And don't assign multiple. Huh? This is only for your understanding. Okay, I mean, you may say different. I mean, once you have created the parameters, you can remove those parameters anyways. I mean, general using general standard process. Yeah, Akash, you can. Yeah, you cannot. No, we cannot that. Okay, so Omni class. So I'll just go to the Omni class here and then started. This is a lighting feature and this is somehow different. I'll say building illumination, or else if it is like a lighting fixture, I'll say that it is also a part of a lighting fixture. So lighting fixture, ignore this warning, okay, because it has a different omni class and uni class. That's why 22. I'll change that it is an interior only. I'll change it, or else if it is like um, this time let me change that something to classified location lighting or something. Let's say sign. Let's assign a different one to this. And in the table 23, I'll change that to the chandeliers. Something it looks like a chandelier or like hanging lights, whatever. Let's say I just for to explain the concept. That's it. Okay. So you have to take care while you fill this kind of an information. Okay. I'll just go to the type. I'll see the Omni class information here. Simple. So I will be repeating the same process. I mean, it didn't take even less than a minute for you. The same concept I have explained for like 45 minutes, like 35 minutes. But next time it has not even taken like 1 minute, maximum 2 minutes. Understand? So if you have a five types, 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. See, the lighting fixtures is done. Ducts, how many types it has? Cable trays, how many ducts it has? Electrical fixtures. So you can finish the same thing just like matter of like simple. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is this clear, everyone? So I'll just go to the lighting fixture schedule again. I'll go to the lighting fixture schedule again, and I can see that. Let me close this. I can see the information field. So if I sorting and grouping, if I say itemize every instance, and I'll just click OK. For this, it's not there. For this, it's already filled, and this information I've filled. That's it. Is it clear now? Guys, is this clear? Now tell me, I mean, like playing with a copy is a toughest part? Huh? No, right? Is it tough to learn? Is it really tough to learn? I'm just asking. Say yes or no. Hmm? Can you repeat assign once again, once please? Array, I'll tell you this in the training, Kankana. Okay. It is just like selecting the specific type and just assign it. Simple. Okay. So this is as easy as like you said. Okay. Now the toughest part, I'm going to show you the nightmares of the COBie. It is the documentation. Okay. So documentation, it's really tough. It is not exactly like as you have seen now. There are a lot. Okay, there are a lot in it. So if I'll just go to, I'll just selected an element. Okay, selected an element, and the classification part is done. So what is a pick list? I'll show you the pick list later and not now. Okay, because this is just like a demo for the people who haven't attended the last time, and most of the people requested for the recording as well. So making sense like sharing the recorded video. I've recorded, but unfortunately, it is giving me very small screen. I don't know why it has happened. It's because of graphical error. We couldn't able to share it with everyone. That was very bad. Of course, it was not that in depth like today, and it was like just like overview of the entire that the COBie. Okay, this is a day one training explaining even the demo concepts for the first 1 hour. Whatever I have taught, that's like a demo concept. The same 1 hour concept I've stretched it for 2 hours. The last session. That's it. Okay, so I'll go to this interoperability tools and click on a setup project. Now this is really a headache. See setup information. So we have an individual tabs like general. We have Spaces we have a separate tab in Excel. Types we have another different tab in Excel. So components we have a different tabs in an Excel. Okay, so whatever you play in this tab, that will be reflected in a COBie spreadsheet. But how it is exactly, that really makes sense. That I'm going to show you in coming sessions. Simple. Okay, so the people who have already filled, I mean, who already registered and made, I mean, paid the fee, so you're completely, you can't, we can't take you out. So uh, and still we have, I think, two more seats left. So the people, I don't know, morning I had a call with the person who is taking financials. So we have a two more seats left. I think if it is already filled, I can't help you. Consider this as a demo and wait for one more year. Okay, for this entire training. I mean, not like 1 year, maybe 6 months or 8 months. Or, I'm not sure. If I don't take it, that's different thing. Okay, so since I don't I'm not supposed to take this training, but a person who's supposed to take this training, he was not feeling well. So since we have already committed taking this training, so I'm taking it, and I'm gonna be the trainer for the till the next of I mean till the end of the training. No one will interrupt us at all. Okay, so that's very less amount, to be frank. But once you started adding and working on the COBie projects, it means like you're increasing your project lifespan and your span as well. Okay, because if there are no such projects, the companies are removing the people now. It's happening. I've seen many. If you have an additional skill like automation, they'll try to think taking you out. Okay, so that was, I mean, if you add automation, if you add Power BI, if you add more tools on your CV, you're more secure yourself. Okay, so think about it. And this is, trust me, and if you're my existing student, please go with, there is a 50% off for existing students, like combo students. So if you're not a combo student, then we don't consider like 50% off for you. Okay, so anything else? Yeah, that's it for today. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Maruf has a question. Can you please show us COBie interference? What do you mean by interference? Interface, huh? Okay, no, I'll show you that later. Okay, that Excel spreadsheet, the COBie spreadsheet. I understand. Okay, let me open that. So where is this sample COBie spreadsheet? So this is the COBie spreadsheet. See, the contact tab. The one we have created, no? So contact tab, and we just created like names over there. But here they have a names and they have a background color, and they are maintaining some standards. And what is the yellow color? Why this is yellow? Why this is yellow? Why this yellow? There are, this is not maintaining a proper color standards. So why it is it? There is a purpose behind every color. Okay, so some of the colors like needs, it's like a mandate, you must fill it. So some of them are like reference, they are coming from different worksheets. For example, I need some information to be filled here, that will be coming from attribute. So I need to fill some information here, that will be coming from a type. This is how it is. It's like a reference. So orange color, they are like a reference. And with the purple color, it is completely like an external, like the one you cannot change, like element IDs, GU IDs. Okay, and the Revit, I mean, the project names, I mean, the linked file names, or all this kind of stuff. Okay, so contact tab, like how many persons are working on this. So facility tab, what kind of other one? Do you remember that? This has only one. This is only one because it is clearly saying that it is a medical department, medical dental clinic. The project was a medical dental clinic. Okay, and the units assigned to it. So what kind of a units they followed, and how many levels we have, and how many spaces we have in the project, how many zones we have in the project, like what is the circulation zone, so what are all the space names and areas, everything like type information, how many types we have. So how many instances we have. So this is the way Excel spreadsheet looks like. And we don't create this. It will, there is a process you have to follow. So once you're done with the procedure, the Excel spreadsheet will create exactly the same. Okay, good. That is the basic interference, Maruf. I'm sure I'm going to show you in detail later. Kankana, if sometime already assigned omni class, yeah, you can reassign it if by mistake you have added one parameter. So there is another procedure. I mean, for example, let me show you. There is a different procedure to do that. I have assigned I have assigned chandelier. Then later on I realized, okay, this is not a chandelier. I have to change it to something else. You can change it, but as not as like the one we have seen now. It is for the element. Let the element tab highlight. Okay, this is not a chandelier this time. It is a weather rated or something or explosion proof. Okay, I want to assign something this, and I'll say assign. It is saying assigned. I'll just go back and check. It's still chandelier, man. Okay, so there is a different procedure. It won't exactly work like that. So these kind of techniques will be covered in our training. Okay, so COBie and Iron Python combination, some tasks are done automatically. It is, yeah, correct, Satyajit. That's what I'm telling. For example, if I want to fill any information, if I mean, Satyajit, you are my student, right? So you have seen like we played with import export option in the Dynamo. So if you know how to load the data, if you know like how to load the data from this Excel document, from this Excel document, so you will pull exactly. I mean, whatever you're exactly looking for, search over there and assign it. So you don't need to go with all the types by itself. You don't need to do it. You can simply automate it in just matter of. I mean, we can add AI also here, artificial intelligence. Okay, but we are not up to that extent. But in future, we can expect the COBie procedure will be done in just couple of seconds. Installation procedure for different type of versions. Cracked. Ah, this is really challenge. I've told you already, Sam. Okay, so it won't work with cracked versions. That's for sure. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to uninstall the cracked version, and you have to follow the one which we sent you, which we have sent you. Like we'll send you. I'm using 2021. See, I can explain the same thing in 2024 also, but it won't. It's not working. I tested in 2023. No use. 2022 not use. Then I decided to go with starting in the 2021. Whatever it is, the same interface, the same. There are no additional features were added in the updated the COBie. No. Okay. So you can follow in 2021 as well. Will help you out. You just create a dummy account and then like dummy Autodesk account and use that as a trial period. Clear? Good. Any other questions? Anyone? It's over already. So 10 to 12. Still, if you want to ask anything, sir, if you have Omni and Uniclass shared parameter instance, but does it work with this? No, Kamran. I forgot to reply this. No, you cannot use that. Okay, I mean it doesn't have an access with it doesn't have an access with the shared parameters which we have, but there is a process called mapping. I'll show you. Okay, I'll just show you that. Since that's really nice question, Kamran. If you have the data in that shared parameters, then there is a process called mapping. See, parameter mapping. For example, instead of I don't want to fill this information manually, I don't fill the tag number. I don't fill the tag number information. So wherever there is a component is nothing but an element tag number. I don't want to fill it manually. So there is a parameter which we have created for our sake, and we are entering a tag number over there. So what do we generally do? I'll just map that parameter. I'll just mention that parameter name. It is like a element tag. The parameter name is element tag. I just named it here, and when I just save and close. So what happened when I export the COBie spreadsheet? Whatever the information is there in the element tag variable, I mean the parameter, it will be exported. Simple. It's called parameter mapper. You can use like that, but we don't have a direct access to play with the shared parameters you created in your project. Clear? No, Kamran? Clear? Okay. So good. Evening batch. Thanks, Hemant. Thank you so much. Evening batch. No man, it's very hard for me to take this batch as well because uh, generally Saturday Sunday is my personal time, my family time. I don't take any sessions generally, but this batch, this week, this month, we are not flying out anywhere because we have some issues with our baby. So, like, we are not going out. So we decided to make this productive. Then uh, that's it. Okay. So thank you, Patel. Thank you so much. So even your current batch students still you can enroll this thing. Okay. Thanks, Jeba. Thank you. So anyone have if no one have any question, then can you resend the installation process? No, I didn't explain any installation procedure, man. I didn't explain anything. Okay, that that will be explained only in the training itself. Okay, well, perfect. So I mean, the people who cannot join the live training, you can go through with the recorded. I do suggest you to go with the recorded. Okay. And if you have any questions, if you are available at least for like a time like for 1 hour, let's sit for like 1 hour and you can clear all your doubts. That I'm okay with that. Okay. So if you cannot join a live training and if you must, if you really want to add this tool into your CV, then go with the recorded. If you cannot join, okay, clear, guys. So recording, yeah, it is available. I'll send you. I'll send you the recording. I'll send you the playlist to all our students. Okay. I have already collected your information uh, through a form, your email IDs. Okay. So you'll get it. Don't worry. Okay. Clear. Any other questions related to training or any fee details or anything? The fee is already discussed. It's 15K. Earlier we used to charge a lot, 20 or 25K. We felt like for like 15 hours training, 25,000 is really burden for someone who cannot afford. So after lengthy discussions, we decided to make it like a 15K. For our existing students, they've already spent some money on other trainings because it should not be burden for them. So we offer like 50% off, and they're getting for 7,500 only. Okay, and few people made what do they like credit card payments, and still they're paying the EMIs. So it should not be a burden for them. So for them it's like a 50%. It's not even 10%, 20%. It's 50% off for them. Okay. So I don't know. I'm not sure whether you will get this training in future. I'm sure because I know my time is my fam. I mean, if you compare my productive hours to my family hours, I always prefer family hours. So you will. I'll never take the session again. That's for sure. Okay. So let's see. Clear. So shall I leave? Will you allow me or any questions? No. Okay, fine. Thank you. So, since you already have texted me on WhatsApp, I already texted in WhatsApp. If you are interested to join, come and join this training. Okay. Trust me, you really enjoy this training. The same way, the the whole training would be there. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you, everyone. See you in the training again. I mean, I'm so sorry. Like a training tomorrow. I'll send you the meeting link again. Okay, it's not the same link because there is a chance of like join the demo people again. So I'll send you the another link, and that link will be finalized till the end of the training. Okay, clear? I'll send you the new link. Fine, and the same time 10 to 12. Clear? So meanwhile, if you have any questions related to the COBie, note it down somewhere. We'll clear in the end of the training tomorrow. Okay, clear? Bye. See you. Bye bye.